What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge Softball Edition. Thanks for being a part of what's going on at the Sooner Surge. If you are not part of what's going on, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like, comment on the videos. The schedule has been released, Jay, and we'll talk about some notable things. Obviously, I think the thing everyone wanted to see most likely was when the first game at Love's Field was going to be, and it's going to be March 1st. So put that on your calendars. Buy your ticket now, or you're not going to get one. March 1st, opening game in Love's Field.
Yep, against Miami of Ohio, and that opens up a big homestand there at Love's Field. Um, you got the likes of Liberty coming in for 2 games, Louisiana, and then Iowa State opens Big 12 play at home during that stretch. So it's a good stretch, a lot of home games there. And that's the first time they're home after all the traveling with the tournaments of Puerto Vallarta and the Mary Nutter Classic. You finally get home there on March 1st, and you go all the way through March 12th with home games. So that's a great homestand. And then you're into the Big 12 play. And, once you get into that, just kind of looking at the schedule, once you get into Big 12 play, it looks like you only have 3 other games throughout the year that would be considered not Big 12. You have a game against UT Arlington, and then a game against Wichita State, and then the TU game, which is in Oklahoma City this year, not Tulsa. Once you leave that first homestand, you're kind of in the heart of Big 12 play.
Yeah, opening up with those tournaments. So it's going to be a while before they get a home game there at Love's Field. But you got the 2 games at Hall of Fame Stadium. They're not playing any at Marina Hines this year, but you got the 2 at the Hall of Fame Stadium. And I think something else that stands out is the number of teams that are tournament teams, postseason teams. It's on OU schedule. It looks like I think it was 16 teams that made it last year that OU will be facing this year, and 2 World Series teams.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you look at their schedule, they have, 3 players I can think of off the top of my head. There might be more, but at least 3 that are playing former teams. You have Carly Keeney against Liberty. They have a 2-game stand with Liberty. You have, obviously, Kelly Maxwell against Oklahoma State at the last series of the year. You have Wisconsin in the tournament, and obviously that's Peyton Monticelli's former team. There might be more, but that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But that's an interesting kind of factoid there as well. And all of them are pitching.
Yeah, and obviously the one everyone's going to be ready for is May 3rd, of course, Bedlam. I love how it's stacked at the end of the season. I think that's great. That game with Texas, the series against Texas, you got really some tough competition early on in Duke and Washington. Some of the tougher games on the schedule are front-loaded for the Sooners. It's basically bookended. Beginning of the year, end of the year. Not to say that the other competition won't be good, but you really got the bookends at the front and at the back of this schedule.
Yeah, and Jeremy, just kind of, I know it's way too early to make predictions, but do you got any predictions you want to throw out there for this season? Looking at the schedule now that it's fully out there, how many games does this team lose, and how many wins do they get in a row?
Yeah, record. I'm not going to sit here and predict a record yet, but yeah, I'm not even going to go there, Jay. Don't even want to go there yet.
Way too early, huh?
It's a way too early guess. Yeah, they're not going to lose many, if any. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they're loaded with talent. They're loaded with especially hitting and pitching, really. But I like what they got in the Big 12 play with the new teams. I like that they got UCF, BYU. You have to go to UCF, but heck, that's not a bad road trip, really, to go down to Florida and play. I know it's April, end of April there, so it's going to be very warm down there in Florida. But you get UCF, BYU, and Houston as those teams from out of conference that have joined the conference this year that you're getting to face. So I like that. I like that draw. You got the Texas and OSU series near the end of the year like it was. So I like that as well. So overall, this schedule, I think, sets up really good, and it's going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah, and everyone put it on your calendar. March 1st, Loves Field. They're gonna have a ribbon cutting ceremony before that game. The double header there that they'll play after that ribbon cutting ceremony. So make sure if you can, get out there to that. Tickets are going to be very hard to come by, I'm sure, as
Yeah.
that gets closer.
Yeah, and I would say all Sooner fans mark on your calendar. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard lately how many season ticket sales have been and how many they got left, but just put on your calendar March 22nd and April 18th. Those two games are in Oklahoma City. So those are good options to get out there and support them as well if you can't get tickets to Loves Field. I don't know. I mean, Loves Field is going to be wild. It's going to be
Yeah.
a great atmosphere. I'm sure everybody wants to witness the game there, but those are two other options that can get you out to watch the Sooners and fairly close.
Yeah, so drop your comments. Which game are you guys looking forward to the most? There you have it on the 2024 OU softball schedule. If you're not a part of what's going on in the Sooner Surge, make sure you get a part of it, and we'll continue to provide the content. We appreciate you guys, our viewers. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.